Chair recognizes Mr. Fallon from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Mendelson, thank you for coming today. You chair the D.C. City Council, and you have since 2012, is that right?
Correct.
And you've been on the City Council itself since 98?
Correct.
27 years. I don't know when 98 became 27 years ago, but it is. Sir, somebody asked you if you supported soft on crime policies. Would you agree with that, or would you vehemently disagree with that?
I would vehemently disagree with that.
So do you support or oppose President Trump's executive order to federalize the D.C. police and permit the National Guard to assist in law enforcement
I
efforts?
did not agree with it on multiple counts. It attempted to take over the police department. I think.
And I apologize, just limited time, but you don't agree. Okay, thank you. Do you think that, sir, that D.C. is safe?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So that's one of the reasons why you would oppose it, because you feel it's safe already. Okay.
Well, no, that's not completely correct.
But you do, but again, limited time, but you
additional law
you said that
enforcement
DC
officers would be helpful.
is safe. Well, yeah, it would make it safer, but you did say it was safe. Do you know who Michael Pulliam is?
Do I know what is?
Michael Pulliam is?
Not offhand.
Okay, he was the 3rd District Police Commander. He was placed on leave for questionable changes to crime data, and then he said that leadership in MPD directed falsifying data. Do you know who Greg Pemberton is? I believe you do, because you had an interchange with Mr. Jordan.
Yes, and actually I'd like to speak to that because
Well,
he's
you don't.
tweeted
I don't have the
a threat of me.
time, but you do know who he is, and you know that he said that supervisors frequently ordered officers to report lesser felonies, and you said that he was a liar. Is that correct?
And I can tell you why, and
Okay,
I'd like
well,
to tell
I'm not
you why.
interested in that honestly right now because we have limited time. I wish I had more time and we could talk about it.
Yes,
more.
but he has threatened
But,
me by tweet in the last hour.
So he said that they downgraded certain categories. So the categories that aren't tracked, so very serious felonies were downgraded. So we have highly credible reports and evidence that crime data in D.C. has been underreported, and there's could be very likely a conspiracy to cook the books. So you said that D.C. is safe. So it's interesting and telling that when you compare D.C. to other capital cities around the world, let's say Bogota, Colombia, the murder rate is 15 per 100,000. Lima, Peru, it's 7.5. Mexico City's 11. To give it context, tourist cities like Paris, Madrid, and London are 1 out of 100,000. Do you know what the D.C. number is? I know it varies, but do you know the latest number?
Well, I know that violent crime per 100,000 for D.C. is about 1,005.
I said the murder rate. Murder rate per 100,000.
I'd have to do the math.
It's 27 per 100,000, which is much higher than some of the most dangerous cities in the capital cities in the world.
And
so
lower
if
than other
DC
cities in the United States.
Yeah, which are even worse than Honduras. So if D.C. was its own country, Mr. Mendelson, there's 193 member states in the UN. Where would D.C. rank if you just use the murder rate?
Well, I know we would celebrate the autonomy.
You'd celebrate the autonomy, and you'd be the 5th most dangerous country in the world out of 193.
Sir, I live in the District of Columbia,
this is my
and I
time,
feel
Mr.
safe.
Chairman. I reclaim my time. 5th most dangerous country in the world, and the only ones that would beat us would be countries like Jamaica, Ecuador, Haiti, and Honduras. That's not safe. I would say that's extraordinarily dangerous. Mr. Schwab, did you refer to President Trump's efforts as dangerous and harmful?
And unlawful.
Okay, thank you. And it's interesting you say dangerous and harmful because August 11th through 25th, carjackings were down 87%, 1,200 arrests were made, 120 guns were seized, 88% of arrests had charges brought, and for a 12-day period, gloriously in our nation's capital, nobody was murdered, not a single homicide. That's an odd definition of dangerous and harmful. So there have been, unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, soft on crime policies. No cash bail, 89% of defendants last year were not held while awaiting trial, allowing adults as old as 24 to be treated as minors during sentencing. All of these policies, Mr. Mendelson, that you supported, and according to D.C. and statistics in the FBI, violent crimes in D.C. when you took over in 1998 compared to last year were up 46%. The precise numbers right here. So it is a dire problem. It is an emergency. There is a clear and present danger to the good and law-abiding citizens of Washington, D.C., and not just them, the tourists and all Americans, because this is a unique city. It belongs not just to the residents, but to all Americans. And it would be the 5th most dangerous country in the world. If this was its own country, Mr. Chairman, the United States would issue a travel advisory. That's how bad it is. So I would applaud, and I do applaud, President Trump's bold actions for MDCSA to make DC safe again. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.